string grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru, breaking down the board like a pro really do. Late round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 6th, 7th round, undrafted dreams. You connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Traits over hype, film over fame. If the league missed it, he's calling the name. Every year, gotta steal, every class got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft guru. If it's sitting on the board, yeah, he's finding it too. From the war room to the launch of the crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom. Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, draft guru. If you liked the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also, don't forget to click the notification so you know I go live. Also, don't forget to hit my 97 app chats, my cash apps. Don't do cash apps because I only did this so I could go to games for free. That's what other people say. You'll never, ever see a cash app floating around on my things. Come on, bro. Come on. Listen, I apologize. I've been running around like a chicken without its head off today doing stuff. So I didn't get as many sleepers. I'm only putting in 3. So I'm up to 15. No, I take that back. I'm up to 17. But tomorrow I'll probably pop out like 14. And then 7 Sunday, 7 Monday, 7 Tuesday, and 7 Wednesday. And maybe if I feel like it, I'll be done after Wednesday. I'm getting burnt out already. All right. 15. This is a perfect example of people who do not watch football, but just see a guy's height and weight and throw him in a mock. So there's this dude, you know, he's a Dallas Cowboy podcaster. Straight up douche. He's a douchebag. Just straight up douchebag. He's in the Fun Bunch crowd. And back in like January, I seen him put this kid as a 2nd round pick. And I said, wow, boy, if there was ever a fucking, like, you can use a scenario of a guy who does not watch football and just went off of a name and a size and said, oh, I'm going to pick this. And then I'm going to throw it on YouTube and be like, oh, my life is complete. People know who I am. You're fucking nothing. You've accomplished nothing. Did you deliver any babies today? Did you fucking resuscitate someone from fucking dying? Did you prevent someone from dying? Did you prevent an old lady from getting kidnapped or mugged? You've done nothing. But long story short, we're going to talk about Marvin Jones Jr. Now, his dad... We'll get to this. His dad was a straight beast legend. They called him Shade Tree at Florida State. His father was a middle linebacker. I don't know. I guess there's a tree at Florida State, and like they were running so many gases, he was puking. His father was a beast at Florida State, had like a 10-year career with the Jets. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but if he's not in the Hall of Fame, it is criminal. So this kid, now this is his son, Marvin Jones Jr., 6'5", 265. He spent his first 2 years at Georgia. Did nothing. Listen, I'm explaining to you people how this works. They're called legacy players. When your father is an all-star pro out of college and they don't want you, there's a reason. But Georgia was doing much better than Florida State. So I get that to an extent. So he went to Georgia for 2 years, did nothing. Then he went to Florida State, and then everybody was like, oh, that's it. This is the year. This is the year. Yo, if there ever was a guy you wanted off the school bus first, it's him. But I used to play reverse psychology. We would send the scrap iron team. Those are like, like Rudy. Not Rudy, I take that back. What was that move? Oh, I'm showing my age. Lucas. We would send like the scraps off the bus first, and we would leave the big guys for last. So now you'd want this kid coming off last just to fuck with people. Like I said, 6'5", 265, built like a Greek god, has every gift that God could give him. The kid is just like, for some reason or another, it hasn't come together for this kid. So, but sometimes he had 20 tackles and 2 sacks at Oklahoma. Come on, bro. This kid should have had a 10-sack season, man. Maybe sometimes now that the NIL deal is over and his father is stopping to give him any money. Cowboy, that's JB. What's up, JB? Yo, if you guys want to hear real shit, if you guys want to listen to a Cowboys podcast who will tell you how much Dak Prescott sucks, and Dak Prescott sucks so bad he can't get a ring. He can't get a Super Bowl ring, and he can't even get a fucking wedding ring off the field. That's how much Dak Prescott sucks. Click into JB, the Cowboys fan, for a podcast, and he'll drop the knowledge on Dak Prescott. So that's how much Dak sucks, bro. So don't get me started. So this kid has every tool imaginable, but sometimes now, that's it. NIL's over. His father's going to be like, yo, you're on your own. Not so now. Sometimes that will light a fire under his ass. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. But sometimes you'll see a kid like this that has done nothing throughout his college career. Now, when he's like, okay, I have to work, or I'm going to be working I'm going to be bouncing at the stripper club, which isn't a bad gig, Funny story, real quick. I was working a job one day, and there was this guy. It all depends. In the cities, there's paid firemen, and then like somewheres like in the rural areas, or even like the suburbs, they're volunteer. And where there's like a group of dudes talking around, and this guy was telling us, "Oh yeah, I had a fire. We had a fire this weekend, and and I'm like, what are you? You're like a fireman, or you're like a volunteer?" He's like, "Oh no, I volunteer for that." And my dead response to him was, the only job I would ever volunteer for is to work at a strip club. Let me volunteer to run into fucking burning buildings. I did enough of that with a nylon fucking be quiet. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes this will light a spark under his ass. And Swami, the Jets are going to take this kid because Marvin Jones is a straight legend. If you're a Jet fan, you know who Marvin Jones is. At least if you're over 25, 30 years old, you know who Marvin Jones is. So I would think the Jets will take this kid day 3. Who knows? Who knows? But he has every tool in the world. And then he'll have the New York media behind him. He'll be on ESPN. He'll be on Daily News, the New York Post. Oh, your father this, your father that. Next is Nate Boerkircher. All these names, man, for tight ends and fullbacks are crazy. Texas A&M, 6'5", 260. Soft hands for a big dude. Was asked to block, I think, more than, they had Concepcion. They asked this guy to rock more, to block more than go out. But he's a big kid. He's athletic. Like I said, 6'6", 245. I mean, they did ask him to run 50-yard, they didn't, how can I phrase this? They didn't put a lot on his plate. You know what I'm trying to say? Which I don't understand, because in my eyes, I have 4 Texas A&M offensive linemen with a draftable grade. Legit. I have 4. And I like them a lot. So, but the limited chances he did get to catch the ball, 19 catches, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. He has 8 TDs in his college career at, oh, wait, I take that back. He had those touchdowns. Then he did a quarterback sneak. That's our Tyler Warren. I guess a lot of teams, hey, we're going to run a quarterback sneak. Let's bring in the 6'6", 270-pound tight end to do it, a quarterback. Hello. Next is a kid I put out back in May. And now, it's weird. Now people are blowing him up. Eric O.Neil, Rutgers. 6'3", 260. He had how can I phrase this, man? This kid, nothing's gonna show up fancy. Nothing's gonna jump off the charts about him. And if guys, he had 63 tackles, 3 sacks this season on a Rutgers team that was decimated by injuries. I look at him as a 3-4 outside linebacker. That's the way I look at him. And if you've been following my channel, if you've been watching Blog's channel, Corner's channel, we've also talked about, Uncensored Cowboy. He's a big Ohio State fan. And there was plenty of games last year that Caden Curry, who's getting no love for Ohio State, who had like 60 tackles and 13 sacks. There was plenty of Saturdays he was the best defensive lineman on that field. So I'm going to compare Eric O.Neil to a poor man's Caden Curry. That's what I see when I watch him. And you can go, like I said, all my guys are numbered. So I put this kid out back in May of 2025, man. So but people are, I guess he's testing well. I know he worked out at Rutgers Pro Day. So, maybe it was a 36-yard track because they were 40, you know what I'm trying to say? But he's coming along. Listen, real quick, I'm going to put 3 highlight videos in the comment section. And tomorrow, like I said, I apologize. I was running around. I didn't sleep for shit last night. No joke. Insomnia was real. I was up the entire night, ran around all morning, fucking crashed for like 2 hours. And I feel guilty. You got to laugh, bro. After I do all this, I grade everyone's draft. I do all the free agents. And then I'll sit around for like a day or two, and then I feel guilty that I didn't put out stuff. I already got 100 guys lined up for next year, but it is what it is. So listen, I apologize. I'm only putting 3, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notebooks filled up. So listen, bro. 5th quarter sports channels coming up in about 10 minutes. If you want to hear about all sports, click over to there. 5th quarter sports channel. It might be the other way around. It's 5th quarter sports channel. I'll be on there. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it is for life. Nate Dogg, Wolfpack in the house, always. Give me a minute to drop some 3 quick videos on these cats. Peace. JB, thank you for jumping in the chat. Who else came in? I can't see. Wait a second. Not yet. Let me see who came in. JB, salute. See you. Michael Holman video was dope. Oh, you're Michael Holman. Thank you. He could be. Yeah, he could be. He could be. Thank you so much, everybody, jumping in the chat. Peace. 5th quarter sports is coming up next.